Welcome to Voices of Victory, where resilience meets purpose and challenges becoming stepping stones to success. Today, we're joined by the remarkable guest, that I'm super excited to talk to today. I'm going to let her introduce herself and share a little bit about her journey.
Hey everyone, I am Jessica Rowe. I am a mindset and wellness coach, and I'm here.
Yes.
Good morning, good
Yes.
afternoon,
Yeah.
whenever time you listening to this. And basically, my little story is I started my wellness journey and becoming a mindset coach is because I needed wellness. I needed a new level of thinking, a different mindset. I have been dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression because I went back to school. I got my degree. I did everything that society said do, and nothing happened, right? I didn't get the jobs I was interviewing for. It was just chaotic. And I spent 3 years, really 3.5 years of my life going back and forth to school while working a full time job, being a wife and a mom of two young kids in elementary school. And this was night school I was going to. So, not to reap that reward after putting in all that work can really, it took me down. And so I said, you know what? I have to pick myself up. My kids are watching. They're asking my husband questions like, what's going on with mom? Why is she, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I got to get myself together. So I found a group in Baltimore, Maryland called Heal a Woman and Heal a Nation. And they told me, hey, you more than that job, you more than that interview, you more than that degree. We all have some gifts, talents, and skills that the world needs to see and want to see. Go ahead. Do your thing in entrepreneurship. And I'm like, entrepreneurship, that's for rich people. That's not for people like me. And while I did a lot of research and studying and things like that, I discovered that I needed a new level mindset. So I wrote that book entitled New Level Mindset. And this was at the time when Facebook was kind of just like blowing up with Facebook Live. You could share photos and pictures and stuff like that. It wasn't as sophisticated as it is today. It was just like
Right.
still growing. And I started sharing my journey with people. And unbeknownst to me, a lot of people felt the things that I was saying that I had went through. And when my book was finally published, everybody was running to get it. I did a book signing event. It was just a great thing to do. And so I'm like, okay, this is needed. I didn't know this was necessary. And even though I dealt with what I dealt with after finishing school, I realized at the end of it all, it was a necessary path that I needed to take.
Wow. It was a lot of
Yeah.
things that you said that I can relate to, especially depression.
Hmm.
So, what was the moment in your life, Jessica, that made you redefine what wellness and well being truly meant to you?
Oh, that is a great question. I had a panic attack. I had a severe panic attack on the way to work one day, and I had to pull over. I was probably about another 10 minutes away from work, and I just couldn't make it in. I just couldn't go. I had to pull over to the side in the gas station. I'm screaming out for help because I was just going totally numb. And it was just all the things that were going on. I had some personal issues going on as well. Even though I had written a book, I still didn't see things happening for me. And I just went numb. And I was able to roll myself back in. I spoke to a therapist. I was just having all these panic attacks. And the therapist was like, you just need to make a choice. You need to make a
Mhm.
decision because you're trying to hold on to everything, and there's some things that you really needed to let go. And so after that, I just took a year off from doing everything and just
Mhm.
started to understand and learn who I was as a person, like who I was becoming, because I was still trying to be the same person I was before I wrote the book.
Mhm.
And now that I've written this book, and I wanted different things for myself. It's like, you got to pivot. You got to pivot more than just your mindset. You got to pivot and do other things that you have been, brought on this earth to do. You have to get out of that comfort zone. Everyone is not your friend like that
Right.
anymore. You've outgrown people. And so that was when I decided, I need to add wellness to this as well versus just only thinking different. I have to take care of myself
Right.
well, and any intrusive or negative thoughts or feelings, I have to really block those out. And then not just block them, but write them down like, why am I feeling this way? And really get to the root of it and dive deep.
That's amazing. So you mentioned you got a book, an ebook. Can you tell us what inspired you to write it? Was your journey based on you writing it? And what challenges did you have to face before writing it?
Yes, my journey was solely based on writing my ebook, and this ebook is called "You First: Making You a Priority." So the challenges I had was like, okay, making myself a priority because like I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, and I had to go into solitude, and just be by myself for a while, do things by myself for a
Right.
while, which were challenging because sometimes, oh, come on, friend, oh, come on, let's go with me, or, let's do this, let's do that, and it's like, no, you have to do this on your own, girl. So a
Yeah.
few challenges was being alone, just trying to
Okay.
being alone and just like really understanding like this is what I need to do for myself. So I challenged myself and I went to a concert by myself. I had never gone to a concert alone. It was two groups, girl groups from the 80s and the early 90s. Loved them coming up, and I'm like, I want to see them. And I know people that I know don't want to see this group, but
Right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy this ticket and I'm gonna go there. And I went there. I had the best time of my life. That was just like, oh my God. Okay, so I can do this. I can be in solitude. I can be alone for a minute and learn to, help myself grow in different
Right.
areas and not just, just really focusing on detachment because I know we attach ourselves to people and things and stuff like that. So it just helped me work on the detachment phase of my life.
Yes, I can agree with you. When you go and do something by yourself for the first time, it feels so liberating. You just be like, oh, I'm
Hmm.
about to do this all the time, okay?
Right, right, right. And it's like when I'm around people, not that I'm just like not a social person. It's like, okay, I had enough of them. Let me go back, let me go do
Right.
something else. Let me go shopping. I'm going to Trader Joe's. Let me go to the park. And I found myself starting to go back to the library, just doing things that I used to do, that was fun. Doing floral arrangements, getting pretty flowers like in the summertime and the springtime, arranging them, putting my music on, having my tea, lighting my candles, and I'm having a good time.
Yes, I love that. Shout out to you for drinking the tea. I'm definitely a tea
Yes.
person, okay?
Yeah.
So many people, especially women, struggle with guilt when prioritizing, when it comes to prioritizing yourself. How did you overcome that? Like, what advice do you have for others?
Well, for me, I wouldn't. In some instances, I felt guilty,
Mhm.
but not a lot. Right? I
Okay.
didn't feel guilty a lot because I know that I needed to do this for myself. And like I said, with people, you're used to being around your favorite cousin or
Right.
your favorite aunt and friends and things like that. You really have to dig deep inside within yourself and really sit down and write out. I know I want to do something. No, you're saying to yourself, I know I want to do something different. Right.
Right.
And I love my family. I love my friends, but they are not at the spaces where I want to be in life.
Right.
and I know maybe family functions or a friend's birthday party or something is coming up. But hey, that's also on a day that I want to do something for myself, or I want to do something that's going to help me start my business. I can't go that day.
Right.
And I know, you're going to feel a certain kind of way, but you have to look inside and say, this is for me. It's not for them. Anything that I'm doing is not for friends and family. It is for me. And, and also you want to make sure you open up to people. Talk to
Right.
them about what's going on with you. And I know I talked about solitude and things like that,
Yes.
and we need that, but we also need to be social as well.
Right.
So talk to them about that. It's like it's unapologetic. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking for any type of confirmations from them. You're just letting
Right.
them know, hey, I'm not trying to ghost you or anything like that. These are just some things that I'm focusing on in my life right now. And I'm not going to be able to show up all the time. I'm
Right.
just letting you know that, just giving you the real on that. And time will tell. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Who's
Right.
for you with that and who's not for you. And again, you have to choose you all the time. Number one, you
Yes.
have to choose you. You have to be first. So that's also what my ebook is about, showing you how to choose yourself and be number one in your life.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So, what would you say are some impactful ways that we can prioritize our well being today?
One of the things that you can do is make sure you prioritize rest and sleep, because we want to do everything and all the things, but we're not doing what we need to do for ourselves. So,
Right.
sleep and rest and winding down, quieting your mind, taking some time to do those things, and not just, okay, it's bedtime. Let me just pull off the clothes and get in the bed. No, make a routine, make a wind down routine like 20 to 30 minutes before you actually get into bed and relax yourself, right?
Right.
Put on music. If you can, take a warm bath, and just do things to soothe yourself. Remember, I know we don't really remember, but as babies, our parents soothed us, right? They quiet
Right.
us down. They make sure that we were comforted before we were able to drift off to sleep. And I know
Right.
as adults, we don't think of doing things that we did as children
Right.
that will still make sense as an adult, but it does. Right? You want to
Right.
soothe yourself, you want to comfort yourself, you not just want to always be confident and strong. I got this, I'm hustle, I'm grinding. That can work your body, and that can tear your body down. So get on the softer side of yourself. Do those, for me, those were just suggestions that I would do, to help me wind down and relax. Find something that relaxes you other than alcohol and you know what I'm saying, the drugs and things like that. Because I
Right.
know those are things that help people relax, but we want to help do things that are, that's natural to us, and that'll help us wind down. So those are the things that I would say, to help yourself out.
That's awesome. I hope you guys are taking some notes as she is speaking, okay? Because it can help someone out there who was once where she was, or, someone you may know who may be in a situation like that. So please take notes, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, if readers could take away just one key message, Jessica, what
Mhm.
would you want it to be?
Put yourself first. Love you first. Do put everything that you putting into everybody else as far as love, care, and concern and kindness. Put that into yourself. And I really speak highly on the kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Be kind hearted, and give yourself grace and gratitude. Pump yourself up for the good things that you do. I know we can beat ourselves down a lot when things don't happen. And that's what I did in the beginning. And I found that hurt me more then it
Right.
helped me to, to talk down to myself and be in that state of mind, and having anxiety all the time, being nervous, and mind just on 10, just going left and right. What I need to do now? What can I do now? And then no, calm it down. If you need to take a break from whatever it is, especially for solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, that's a difficult thing to do,
Yes.
especially right now. That could be so difficult to do, that we always on the go, we always running, and we don't take the time for ourselves. So make sure you carve out a day, your self-care day, your self-love day, and take the time for yourself. Like replenish, just like you will plug in that charger for your phone when it's on 39%, 49%. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
needs charging, right? You
Right.
plug that in. So plug into yourself to recharge yourself, and take some time away and quiet your mind down, and then get back to it. Nobody is saying give up, be selfish, or oh, I hear a lot of entrepreneurs say, hey, I'm scared if I take a break or something, I'm not going to be fulfilling what I need to do, or it's going to be seen as lazy or selfish. Be that. Be
Right.
that for that minute. Be lazy, lay in the bed, lay on the couch, and catch up on your favorite Netflix show, or the show that everybody been talking about you, but you just ain't
Right.
had time to, because you've been hustling. Our bodies need to relax. Our bodies were not built to be on 10 24/7. And that is how I discovered, doing a lot of reading, that it's not just food and things that causes diabetes, stroke, heart attack. It's the way we live in. It's our
Right.
environment, and if we put all that pressure on our body, it's on our organs, it's going to give out. Just like I was saying with the phone, it's going to give out if you don't give it time to recharge.
Woo, a word, okay. For for those who feel lost or overwhelmed, Jessica, what's the first step they can take to reclaim their wellness?
Deep breaths. Take a deep breath. I know it may sound like, what, deep breaths? What? That's not deep breathing. There's so many apps that's out right now, or you could go to YouTube and find deep breathing techniques. And guess what? You can have like a meditation and deep breathing technique in 3 minutes. That's all it takes. Just Google 3 minute breathing techniques. In, out, in, out. There's so many different ways of breathing. They call it box breathing and other kind of ways. Find what works for you. We don't need to tell everybody. Just get somewhere, like maybe before you getting ready to leave out the door, put that 3 minute or 5 minute meditation or deep breathing app on, or video on. Sit down and make sure it says guided. They're guiding you, and they're telling you how to
Right.
breathe through your nose and with your diaphragm or whatnot. And if you do this consistently for, let's say, 3 days, you will see a difference. I know for me, as I'm in the bed, I'm wind down, I'm sleeping, I have my meditation music on. I do about 6 deep breaths. I'm off to sleep. Because it has relaxed your body. It's relaxed your organs, your cells, man. I'm telling you, get deep into learning about the body, period. And how your cells are kind of like a recorder. It records things that you do for yourself, that you say for yourself. And when you start to consistently do good things for yourself and your body, it will see that, and it will act accordingly, and you will start to feel better on purpose.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for joining us, Jessica. Would you let the audience and myself know how we can connect with you?
You can connect with me if you're on Instagram. You can connect with me on New Level Mindset. It's spelled just the way it sounds. There's no different spellings or anything
Okay.
like that. That's where I am mainly on Instagram, at New Level Mindset. And if you are on Facebook, my name Jessica Rowe, Jessaca. ROWE. It's a public page, so it's open. You don't have to send a friend request or anything like that. It's there for you to, scroll through and browse. So those are the ways that you can get in contact with me.
Awesome. And it will be linked in the description box, you guys, if you want to reach out to her. Well, thank you so much for blessing my platform, Jessica, and reaching out through Threads, okay? Threads
Yes.
has been an amazing platform to connect and network with many people. It's been an honor to have you here. You're always welcome back anytime. If you want to come back and discuss more things about your ebook, you're more than welcome. Thank you so much for watching the interview with me and Jessica. I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next Sunday, talk to you soon.